still no new positive cases of the measles in Monroe County. That's the good news. The county health department is still tracking people who had contact with an unvaccinated child who tested positive. The child was only here for a short time, stayed at the DoubleTree Hotel in Henrietta on June 6th and 7th, and tested positive for measles in Florida. Chief investigative reporter Berkeley Breen checked on the plan at Strong Hospital if a case ended up there.
Part of the game plan here at Strong is to have a digital record of the patient. What are the symptoms? Are they vaccinated? Where did they go? Then they isolate the patient in a zero pressure room inside the hospital, and then they isolate that room.
Well, I wasn't happy to hear that there was a local case. I feel like locally we've been pretty well prepared for it.
Dr. Tim Flerloggi is a pediatric infectious disease doctor. Lynn Brown is director of infection prevention. She showed me the hospital's game plan for a measles case.
We want to be able to identify somebody who's suspicious to have measles, separate them from the general population in general in a negative pressure airborne isolation room.
The child who tested positive stayed at the DoubleTree Hotel on Jefferson Road. The health department says the child arrived late on June 6th and left early on June 7th.
We don't anticipate they had enough time to go and, for example, visit the Strong Museum.
Dr. Velez de Brown says the child was unvaccinated. 88% of children under 2 have at least one MMR shot in Monroe County.
Are you worried about the future when it comes to measles?
It's a very infectious virus that spreads through the air, and people who are susceptible have a high likelihood of being infected. And so it is something that gives us concern as an infection prevention community, but we are working our best to make sure our patients and staff stay safe.
The health department believes the risk of exposure is contained to the hotel. Outside Strong Hospital, Berkeley Breen, News 10 NBC.
Children in New York and Florida are required to have the MMR shot to go to public school.